World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day to all of our listeners here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This is World News in 5 and I'm your host, Steph Vicente. A suicide attack outside a court in Pakistan's capital Islamabad has killed 12 people and injured at least 27 others, as reported by the BBC. Pakistani Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi said a bomber was planning to attack the district courthouse but was unable to get inside. Minister Naqvi said authorities would prioritize identifying the bomber and that those involved would be brought to justice. Meanwhile, Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has alleged that extremist groups actively backed by India were involved. As a response, a spokesperson from the Indian government denied what they describe as baseless and unfounded allegations. In other news stories, thousands of protesters in Serbia formed a human shield on Tuesday around a bombed-out military complex as they vowed to protect it from redevelopment as a luxury compound. The CNN reported the aforementioned redevelopment will be conducted by a company linked to United States President Donald Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner. Youth-led protesters drew a red line as they encircled the sprawling buildings in the capital, Belgrade, that were partially destroyed in a 1999 NATO bombing campaign. The site faces demolition and redevelopment under a plan backed by the populist government of President Aleksandar Vučić. The $500 million project has met fierce opposition from experts at home and abroad, as well as the Serbian public. However, Vučić's government says the project would boost the economy and ties with the U.S. administration, which has imposed tariffs of 35% on imports from Serbia. And finally, Venezuela is set to launch a massive mobilization of military personnel, weapons, and equipment in response to the build-up of U.S. warships and troops in the Caribbean Sea. The CNN reported that land, air, naval, and reserve forces will carry out exercises through Wednesday, according to Venezuelan Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez, who described the deployment as a response to the imperialist threat posed by the U.S. build-up. In addition to regular military units, the exercises will involve the Bolivarian militia, a reserve force made up of civilians that was created by the late President Hugo Chavez and is named after Simon Bolivar, the revolutionary who secured the independence of numerous Latin American countries from Spain. Minister Lopez, who attributed the order directly to Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, said the objective of the exercise was to optimize command, control, and communications and ensure the defense of the country. The move comes amid increasing tension between the two countries as the United States build-up continues. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.